to consume as you can. Because the truth is, we are wounded, we are hurting, and sometimes you get into spaces because you can't sleep. You're up the whole night. If that's what works for you, go ahead. Because out of every space, we get to learn. 3, I don't think we should pay attention to what the political fraternity is doing, for a simple reason. We acknowledge that these people have made mistakes. So we are not on a race with them. So whichever direction they wish to pursue, we wish them well. This notion that we want to form a political party is a very premature idea. The time will come. It's just slightly above a month. So it's too soon to think in that direction. People are saying, oh, I heard someone say, oh, it's almost time for election. Even when the time comes, we will not run the show the same way. We are different. We are smarter. We have brilliant ideas. All we need to do is be open to learning. How do we keep the fire alive? Number 1, take care of yourself and each other. And there's no formula on how to do that. You can pray if you can talk to people, look up for others, share widely to help families find the missing. We're going to leave no stone unturned. Any name pops up on your timeline, kindly share. And then the other areas you need to acknowledge is the milestone we have made. Wild acknowledgement that there is a problem, and we are screaming from the top of our lungs that we are not going to allow the Western world to interfere with our lives. So they are aware, and they will come up with new tricks. And even this formation you're seeing, maybe people are being coerced. Because that's what they do. They pull string from behind. When you face to face with them, they just give you that fake plastic smile, but then behind it, they're holding a dagger. So we have to be vocal and unafraid. We are Africans, we are strong, we're not going to live on our knees. At school, everyone is saying, you know what, we are never going to work for a white person. So this battle is on. We have ideas. Everybody has the assumption that we want to work in our offices. We know what we want to do to turn this nation around, and it can be done within a short time. Strategy, religion, highly abused. It's not even what it's supposed to do to be. I'm a Christian. If you look at the Bible, what they're calling religion is actually a totally different platform. I don't know who they worship, because if they actually were worshiping God, we would have voices saying, hey, this is wrong. You can't do this. But clearly, there's no fear of God. And on that note, there's a sheikh who's very vocal, who calls it as it is. We should find time and host him. There's another, because, most of them, they want to be relevant. So let's look for, not the ones looking for relevance, but the one who's spitting fire. There is also a few pastors who are calling it as it is, because what are you doing, or who are you serving when people are dropping dead on the streets, and you sit back and wait for another Sunday to preach? Are you okay? So we need to show them it's not okay. Somebody suggested we should probably just have kumbaya on X. Number 3, somebody said that Eric Omondi's brother's funeral was not like a funeral, it was a campaign. Never show the enemy your weakness. So when you encounter a policeman and they're trying to be brutal, don't activate, humanize him. If they sense fear, they're going to oppress you. Even from encounters, the people who negotiated with the police, because most of them at heart are with us. In fact, that is one community we need to decolonize, because the way our great-great-grandparents were handled by the colonial master is exactly how they are policing the community, which is wrong. It's supposed to be a service and not brutality. So in one of our next step, we need to interact with them instead of waiting until when they are pulling the trigger. And that way the fear will be gone, because apart from just standing up for the protest, most of the battle should be psychological. We need to look out for the sick. We need to coordinate better for our brothers in Zimmerman, Githurai, Pipeline, and all the places that has been severely attacked. I feel like we did not do proper publicity for that. We need to be screaming so that it does not recur again. JKIA, there was an impact. So a lot has been achieved. People are not traveling. People are cautious. What happened with this? And by the way, some of these DCI guys are lecturers. Apparently, the reason why you're seeing recycled names is because private sector and NGOs preferred candidates turned down the offer. Nobody wants to cross the Gen Zs. So because of that, some people are recycled. And even we learned that Baba was shortchanged. He had not agreed, but because things are not working on the other side, they approached these people directly. So what did they achieved something, because yesterday we were breathing fire. We were very, very upset, but it looks like they didn't have his blessing. This is according to the people who are in that side and are giving information. Then we need to know how to coordinate future protest better. But so far, so good. And then in a month's time, we've achieved a lot. So we shouldn't look at, oh, it's dying. No, nothing comes easy. We need to really think about long-term and short-term goals. We need to change this country for good. We need to close the loopholes that the West has been exploiting. We need to make sure we get the leaders we deserve. We have a constitution to understand and to review. We have resources to protect. Man, there's a lot of work to be done. So we need to get our hands dirty. We need to be prepared mentally, because we've been a very peaceful community, but people have exploited Africans for mere reason that we are agreeable, we are respectful. So they have actually done most of that shenanigan right on our faces. But now they are shocked that we are saying no to their faces. They are forgetting we are byproducts of the people who got them out of this nation and the continent. So let's keep going. Personally, I'm hurting. Days I've prayed and I thought, oh, we got this. And I have had days where I hopelessly fell apart. I cried for hours. In fact, there's a day I couldn't even get out of my room because my eyes were swollen. I'd cried the entire night. This was the night for Githurai. So we need to look into more ways. We shouldn't look into a party. Instead, we should look at how can we help. Like people from communities that are not doing well. We've been doing a lot of fundraisers. And yeah, we need to look out for each other. See, are there days we can just buy food and dispatch to those communities? Figure out how they can have something to eat. Because honestly, people are coming out, like the gentleman said, there are people who are really struggling. It's worse for some. So I thank you for your time, and be safe. And we are in it together. And it's not easy. Emotionally, it's not easy.